The flowers are blooming. Spring is here. Love is in the air. Oh, we love the smell. This week on Textually Active, we're talking about the process of falling in love, all the ups and downs, the things you got to go through compared to being single and being in a relationship. You know, let's just get right into it. Let's talk about it here on Textually Active. What's up, everybody? Welcome back to a new episode of Textually Active.
Textually Active.
Your weekly dose of conversations about navigating the digital age while dealing with friendships, relationships, and all the ships in between. I'm Rez, and I got Meezy with me.
You know the fucking vibes.
Nigga, it hit 70 degrees.
Nigga, we out here. Look at me. I got on shorts.
75 toes out.
We got these new limited edition Textually Active cups in the streets. You know, these coming for you real soon. You know the fucking vibes. I'm getting ready for the summer.
Matter of fact, I'm going to show y'all the vibes.
You already know.
Guess who back?
Boom.
Guess who back?
Look.
Guess who back? You see that?
You already know the vibe. Don't even tell them what kind it is.
I ain't even going
to
tell them.
You gotta know the vibe.
You gotta know the can and know the flavor. You gotta know the you know right? New bag, new swag.
You know the
we on some
vibes.
Spring here.
Tell them.
Happy spring.
Third week in a row, I'm wearing my woman-inspired outfit and shit for Internet Women's Month. March is Women's Month, so you know I had to. Last week I hit y'all with the little Latinx. Well, I don't think Selena was Latinx, but she was Latin. So little Selena vibes. A week before that Wake Forest hoodie came from, you know, a spouse, you know, fine bad thing, you know, right. That I know. And then this week, you know, I had to drip that little dirty Maca. I had to wear the dirty Mac.
Not you calling her a dirty Mac.
She's a dirty Mac, bro. There was no reason for you to ask me if my girl knew what I was doing. Mind your business.
Not a dirty Macker.
Do you want to fuck or not?
You got to call it like you see it. I know you hear the boards. The boards are going crazy, so you know what that means.
It's not Tony this week.
So now you don't want to do the boards when I say the boards going crazy.
Niggas all...
I know. When you said boards, I thought you were saying like boy whores.
We can't hear you with the mask on. We can't hear you.
Yeah, y'all can hear me with the mask on.
No, we can't. Take it off. Take it off. Go ahead.
I said, when you said boards, I thought you were saying like boy whores. Like the boars are going crazy out there. That's what I thought you meant.
Ooh. When have I ever used that in a sentence?
I mean, you back. You said,
honey, when have I ever used boyards? I don't even know what the hell you said. When have I ever used that word in a sentence?
Listen. The man's in the here. The man's here. All right. Your boy EA is on the boards.
Your boy. Right.
That's my boy.
That's your boy.
Relax, chill.
Who? That's your man?
That's my man's. Okay.
Whose man's?
My man.
Nigga, I'm your man's too, bro.
I've never claimed you as my man's when somebody asks whose man's is this.
That's kind of wild.
I always hope it's not you when they ask whose man's is this.
If somebody's ever asking whose man's is this,
you don't want to claim that man.
9 times out of 10, he's doing some fuck shit.
You
better look away.
Claim whoever asks whose man is this.
You don't.
Never.
But we feeling good. It's spring. I hope you guys are feeling good. Hope you guys are shaking that seasonal depression off because bitch, it feel good to see the sun.
What?
It feel good.
Got my Ray-Bans ready. You know, I'm outside. I'm getting real money.
And with spring comes people looking finer. You know, people look good.
You know what I'm saying?
Attraction is growing. You trying to find yourself a summer love. So this week we want to talk to y'all about the experience of finding somebody.
Finding somebody.
And with the new tools of technology and how you could utilize those to get yourself a new lover. I don't know if you guys pay attention to my timeline, but it's at Get You a Rez on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, all of your social streaming sites. Make sure you follow me on TikTok. But
what a plug.
I put up something about a show that I was watching, Married at First Sight. So I don't know if any of our listeners watch that show, but it's basically a show about people who want to be in love. They want to be married. They want to find somebody so much so that they put the faith of being married and having somebody into a TV show. So they trust the producers and everybody to pair them with somebody based off of their interests and their likes. And once they meet them, the first time they see them, they're meeting each other at the altar. They're getting married. They're taking last names. And it just got me thinking, like, this what we doing? Like, this how we doing it? And, like, why? So, Missy, do you watch the show?
I'm familiar with the show. An episode or two has been on in my living room on my 55-inch. And, I've...
The what inch?
The
Flex
55.
on them there.
The smart TV, the LED, the 2021 that I bought in 2020.
Period.
But, that
if
ain't
you
nothing.
stimmy hit, just say that.
But you know what I'm saying? I've seen an episode or heard an episode or two in my day. And I honestly think the shit corny.
Really?
I think the shit is absolute one of the worst things that people could do.
Well, what part do you think is worse?
Fam, how have you ever watched TV and thought, how the hell did they get people to do this?
Yeah.
How in the hell do you get somebody to meet somebody at the altar and say, yes, I will marry them on the spot?
Without meeting them.
You don't know what they look like. You don't know what they smell like. You don't know if they homeless. You just said, hey, you like cartoons the same way I like cartoons, and I think we should be together.
No, that's not even what happens, right?
No.
I don't even think they know what interests about each other.
They don't know anything.
Like, fam, you
just told complete strangers like, this is what I'm looking for, and that you hope they get it right.
They just get a call 2 weeks out, and they say, hey, you're engaged now. Your wedding date is XYZ, so get ready for your wedding. They don't know anything about the person.
Like, what about this sounds fun? What about this feels like a love? Like, everybody know the best part of a new relationship is the talking phase. Nigga, you get to skip that.
I thought it was.
What do you think it is?
Cracking.
The what?
The first time you don't have to wear a condom. Oh my god.
Oh my god.
And ain't nothing better than if the first time is the first time you don't have to wear the condom.
And y'all just trust each other because the vibes, the chemistry said.
Say less.
Trust.
You go in there shooting a whim, fam. You ain't say nothing about what you got. I ain't say nothing about what I had. We just gonna wing this off.
Clearing clubs out before COVID.
Okay. Listen. I don't know. I
She
think
didn't catch that.
I did hear what you said. Clearing clubs. Wait, what did you say? Clearing clubs out before COVID?
Yeah.
Okay, period. But I think it's a part of the Fast Love subscription. People just a title goes along with that. Like, you get married and you automatically know that you're married to this person. This person is going to be your husband. So it cancels out a lot of the bullshit that you got to go through before you get to that stage. So if you automatically have that commitment to that person, you know that this is your person. You're going to work a lot harder to keep that.
Fam, how are you committing to somebody you don't know? That nigga might be a cheater. You just randomly said, you know what? I'm going to spend at least the next 4 to 6 weeks while they shoot with this person. Fam, like, you don't know shit about them. And there's no way you could base love. Love is not this hard to come by.
It's not hard to come by.
Love is not this hard.
Yes, it is.
No, it's not.
I know single people that don't even make it through the talking phase with somebody that they met.
What that mean?
That means that it is actually hard to come by.
Love is not hard to come by.
Yes, it is. You mean like love from a spouse or like love in general?
I'm talking about love from a spouse is not hard to come by. It's all these fucking standards that don't ever meet love. You can't love. You can love a motherfucker that's broke. But you know what you won't do? You won't love a motherfucker that's broke. You want a motherfucker with ambition. Nigga with no ambition, you could love, and he could love you. Like, it's a bunch of fucking guidelines and terms and conditions that you gotta read and sign before you get to love. Like, no, for what?
Okay. Well, when you put it like that, love, when you take the conditional stuff out of it, it is easy to fall in love. And I think that's what we saw with that show. What was that show that came out last year? The Circle?
Yeah.
Remember The Circle?
Yeah,
so when you take away all of those other standards and you don't really know much about the person, you can't see them. Like, they fell in love in like 2 weeks.
I think that's a different show, but
It is a different show.
There's a bunch of shows like this. Niggas still get catfish.
Oh no, The Circle wasn't the show.
yeah,
It was Love is Blind.
Catfish is still a thing.
That one was different.
Like niggas are falling in love online with just a picture. Love ain't hard to come by. Staying and keeping love according to your circumstances or your terms and conditionings is where the issue lies.
Yeah, I think it's a lot of people that idolize love. A lot of people out there who are scared of not ever finding love and all of the things that comes with. Like, you got to think, I mean, me and you, we have this, so we look at it differently because, you know, it's easy to, when you're going through it day to day and you have somebody and somebody's waking you up playing Leave the Door Open as they shower only a couple of feet away at the max sound and still trying to talk to you when they know that you're asleep. When somebody's doing that, you take it for granted. But when you think about the people out there,
that was mad personal.
Oh yeah, it was direct, right? It sounded very targeted, right?
The fucked up part is it felt like that's one of your moves.
It was directed. No, it wasn't me. I like to sleep. I value my sleep. But anyway, somebody wakes up before me and they love that new Bruno Mars song. But so
I hope when that album come out,
every other song is as good.
Oh. I hope when that album come out, a line of cocaine just hit the table like the Stimmy, just appear out.
I like that. I can see the cocaine vibes in that. But actually, I think it's probably more of like a heroin rock. Like, okay,
what is heroin a rock?
Or like it's a rock, like the Jam.
Oh, gotcha.
Like it's a heroin. Like you have to do heroin to be able to.
You gotta be
You know what I mean?
Yeah, I got you.
Anyway, so like I was saying, it's easy for us to take those things for granted, but you have people out there who wake up on the day to day lonely with nobody to talk to.
Whose fault is that?
That should get boring.
But whose fault is that?
It's nobody's fault. But I could.
It is somebody's fault.
But I could understand why you wouldn't want to live like that.
I'm trying to figure out. My biggest thing with this is what is this whole concept of, like, we talked about this last week about getting married, or the week before that.
We've been talking about marriage for a while.
A little bit. But what is this concept of, like, you ever notice when you look at Instagram, let's just talk about all the episodes that we've done already.
Yeah.
You ever look at Instagram and you see all the girls having a great night? All the single girls, having a good night?
Yes. And
then you be like, damn, they living their best life. They having fun.
Yes.
Where's the concern about not having a nigga then?
They don't show that part.
No, it comes at, hey girl, I'll catch you later. And it's just like,
you see what I'm saying?
They don't show that part.
So they got selective nigga wanting. When they in the streets, when it's back to the streets, when they out here in these streets, the summer here and they about to be back in the streets, they don't need a nigga then.
Wait, Meezy, you're missing something. Sometimes they're doing that posting for the nigga that they trying to catch. So those aren't like calls for I'm single, hot girl summer. Those are calls to say, hey, I'm drunk, I'm out, I look good, hit me up so we can link up tonight after I'm done with my girls.
But ain't that the same thing that they use against me? If they use that against the niggas who just here because you want to fuck, stop calling me or stop posting or stop subliminally messaging me about, hey, you know what I'm on, come through. Like, niggas see it and we know, like, that mean if I send this message right now, this might work. You can't have both sides. You cannot play both sides here. And then wonder why, hey, nope, I can't take none of these niggas serious. They wasting my time. Like, no.
But what about the point where they say you find it when you're not looking? So what if they're trying to do all this stuff to seem like they're not looking for somebody so that they can find somebody?
Niggas is always looking for somebody. This is a lie. There's never been a time when somebody's not looking for somebody. And half the time, the people you find that you wasn't looking for was motherfuckers that was already around anyway.
Yeah.
So it's not like you're looking for something, whatever it is. You know, when you better yourself, you more attractive.
Yeah.
Which means I wasn't doing this specifically, but I was doing something that would make somebody want to catch me.
Yeah.
So I'm like, I just don't understand this need to want to be loved, like in love with somebody, not just like.
Well, you got to think about it. Love and having a relationship is a good feeling when you're looking from the outside in. However, just the need to want love and just to want that without actually putting the work in isn't realistic. Like, you can't expect to just find somebody and automatically be in love with them. You have to work towards getting to that point.
This also is a woman heavy thing, because I don't think niggas don't think guys be.
I think they do.
So have you guys ever been at a point where you felt like you were looking for love? Or not to say love, but like you were looking for that feeling.
I was looking for attention. Somebody who's gonna let me fuck.
There it is. Hit that button.
Text alert.
Okay.
Like that's what I was looking for. I was looking for somebody who, after I've had this night out at the bar, that I didn't have to go home to by myself. So it didn't matter what happened after I left the next morning.
So I mean, is that the big difference? Like, I mean, like there's people out there who are actively looking for it.
Yes.
And it is that.
Yes. What happens is niggas don't be secure about what they want. They will not tell you because they want to hide that shit. Like, some people do just want to fuck. And I don't mind fucking multiple partners if that means I can fuck multiple partners. People don't be wanting to say that because you get you for the streets and you get these derogatory terms that you get labeled.
You get the Lori Harvey label.
You get the Lori Harvey label just because you out here living life. In hindsight, like, I'm pretty sure there's a bunch of single people in their 30s.
I also think it gets a bad rap for looking for love because the people who are looking for love often run into the people who are just looking for sex. And those people get caught up together. And then it's kind of like, well, why are you looking for love? We supposed to be having a good time. And they get that shame around it because they want to be more than fuck buddies.
I get tired of society putting an age limit on that shit. You
For
30,
what?
why you still doing the same? Because I can. Like, it's happening. This is what my life is. Like, niggas always keep bringing up this point about Drake's music being the same music. The man is 33, 34, a millionaire with one kid and no girlfriend.
Wait, what did they say about Drake?
His music's been the same content. When is it ever gonna grow? It's just him talking about things.
What do they mean it's been the same?
Things that women have done to him and what he does to women.
He has a variety.
He
has pop songs.
Like,
he has reggae songs, some would say.
He is a millionaire bachelor.
He has Canadian music.
I don't know what that means, but I like it.
I mean, he's Canadian, so all of his music is Canadian, right?
Okay. All right. But it's just like his music is his life. Like, so if I'm 34 and I don't have no kids and I'm single, well, he got one kid. But if I'm single, of course I'm gonna have a preference of women, like a bouquet of women to talk about, and it be different things because I'm still out here active. You don't have to settle down by a certain age. You don't have to settle down by a specific point in your life.
So, I mean,
I don't get what is this? Why do you need to go on TV to be like, look, I made it to this point where I think I need to find somebody to marry. You're marrying a complete stranger. You don't know if they family got disabilities that run in their family, the disability gene. You don't know if somebody killed. You don't know anything about this person, but because you feel like you're empty right here in this one place, you willing to do that randomly. I mean, for a bag too. Don't get it fucked up. That check come with that.
They do get a check.
That check come with that for being on TV.
I don't think it's that big.
I mean, it's more money than you had. It's enough that you might come back for the next year.
Yeah, because it was a lot of brokies on that show.
See what I'm saying?
Right.
There was a lot of never mind.
Doing it for a check.
I would also say though, let's think about it from the view of all the things that you have to do to actually find somebody. Like, let's start from the beginning. Say I'm out here, I'm living my single life. When I was single, I wasn't looking for nobody.
No.
I was having a good time.
Yeah.
Love came to my doorstep and said, bitch,
couple times.
we're here.
Couple times.
Hey girl.
Bunch of times.
My man.
Bunch of times.
And I'm not your man. That's wild. Dude.
My fault. You're right.
No, you missed it. He said, whose man is this? Versus are you his man? But when you
asked Rez, whose man is this? And then I just said, I don't want you to be that man.
Yeah.
I think you said whose man is this?
You my guy.
No.
You're not my man. You my guy.
What are you talking about?
For sure.
So, like, you got to think about that, like the process. So, love coming to your doorstep, or now when you have multiple suitors coming to your door, your DM, you a bad bitch. You had Meezy. You had the shooters in them DMs.
You know how many girlfriends I was probably supposed to have?
Exactly. So, imagine.
Like, this ain't even no disrespect to my current relationship or none of that. But do you know how many girlfriends I probably were supposed to have? This is how, all right, hit the button. This is how shitty of a person I am. I was turning down sex from women because I didn't want to deal with them. Let that marinate.
So what their personality?
A lot of men won't do that. A lot of men will still sleep with you, knowing that you're not their type, knowing that you a butterface, knowing that you get on their nerves. So I don't think that's a bad trick. I don't think that's a bad thing. I think that's a good quality to have.
Girl had the nerve to tell me one time in a message I was wasting her time.
How?
Because apparently it was only a after midnight thing. It was only a sparingly maybe once a month thing or once every 2 month thing. But every time we did it, you allowed it. I didn't waste your time. We were giving each other the same amount of time and the same amount of energy. Maybe you was wasting my time. You'll never hit me and ask me, did you want to see me in the daytime?
There's a little bit in there.
Fam, I'm a prize. As a man, I'm a prize. Fam, you want this sometimes. Like,
that's fair.
A lot of the times.
A lot of the time.
You want me to be with you. That's why we're having this conversation right now.
And that's why you upset and said I wasted your time because I didn't want to be with you.
Right.
And I clearly showed my actions of only hitting you up at a certain periods of time, a certain amount of times in a month. That is not me wasting time. It's me showing you a pattern. And you should see the red signs. The red flags. If you choose to ignore the red flags, that's not my fault.
Exactly. But you have to be able to pick through the suitors that you have.
Call facts.
So that takes a toll on you, having to go on this date as a woman. I'm speaking from a woman. You going on a date, but it's too soon to sleep with them, and your mind too soon to sleep with them. So then you got your sleep bae, you got your food bae, you got the nigga that you just met that's getting on your damn nerves. So now you got to block him. It's a lot that goes on. It's a lot to go through that process. And then, like, say you start liking somebody and you figure out this nigga got baggage. So now you got to deal with the other girls that like him, or he's not ready to settle down and you already like him. So I think all of those things can take a toll on your emotion. Like, imagine if you're that girl and she started off as a girl who just wanted to sleep with you, but then realized, damn, he kind of funny when he get up to go wipe his stuff off after we done. And I might want to do more with him.
Wipe off. You got the lay in that.
My God.
Filthy.
I mean, that little. Sometimes if she get up and make it the rag warm, oh my God.
If she get the rag.
You know how, like, when you go to a barber shop and after they shave you, they put the hot towel? Oh my God. Imagine that in a place that you usually don't get that kind of treatment.
Yeah, no warm rag. You only do that in the beginning. But
facts. hey, nah, don't try to. Facts.
In the beginning. After that, you on your own. If I ain't swallow it or it ain't in me, you on your own. Clean that shit up. No, like, that's time for that. They don't get the warm rag. That's the part they don't tell you. That warm rag treatment is done.
Why are you preaching, bro? Like, damn.
But all those things that you have to go through, I can understand why somebody will be like, damn, I do want to sign up. I do want to get married. I do want to get to that point because at least I know it's guaranteed, as opposed to me wearing and tearing my emotions. Now I'm damaged, trying to find love. I'm done with it, and I end up lonely at the end.
But I like that part.
Which part?
That's the fun part.
The heartbreak?
Yeah. No, the beginning of it.
You ain't never slid down in the shower crying.
No.
Yeah. So it ain't fun.
Wait.
What?
You want to tell that story?
I've had my heart broken.
What was playing when you slid down in the shower crying?
Nothing. It was silent. That's how you know it was hard.
I mean,
it was hurting.
I mean, I used to get in my I Want Her Back bag. That was, 2017. 2017. A lot of Bryson Tiller was being played. That's Trap Style that just came out. But yeah,
you ain't never cried to Drake walking down the street before?
I never cried to Drake walking.
Wednesday night interlude ain't never hit you?
Hey, I've seen a couple of those posts on Instagram. Let me be clear.
That fucking song fuck you up.
Hey,
Lonely on a Wednesday.
Hey, bro, you gotta be a sick nigga to call a girl and tell her where she's been staying at somebody else's house in Miami. You are a sick nigga.
I mean, he's also the one that said that when she's in the bathroom, I take her phone and read her messages.
I mean, that's just to see if she about to line us up. Bro.
You gotta do what you gotta do.
That's security purposes,
That's why you got security.
I think,
but I think my favorite part is the beginning.
What about the beginning?
The beginning is this. You get this phase of you feel like you're 14 again, and your middle school computer teacher call you in class, and it's time to go to her class. Oh my God.
Or when you at work,
sorry,
and you still looking at your phone because they keep texting you and you about to get in trouble a little bit because you're not supposed to be texting at work, but they done sent you a text. You ain't talk about shit.
Hey, this is a random shout out, but Miss Sullivan, if you ever hear this podcast,
she used to
from middle school. She was my computer teacher in the 7th grade. Oh my God, that was the first experience where I knew I wasn't gay. Like I used to come to her class and be like. I might need
ready to risk it all?
No. She ready for her to risk it all.
Nigga, that's how I learned homeroom keys.
Oh, you was
I thought you wait. So you were talking about being in love with
No,
you were talking about being in love with your teacher, not being in love with
a classmate.
That's the first time I experienced love. It's like how I felt.
So did you used to sing "When I See Her, When I See You"?
Fam,
your teacher.
Fam, I had to buy bigger jeans. It was a problem. That class was early in the morning. But it's that feeling when you first meet somebody that is like always the fun part. And I feel like if you sign up for one of those like shows or one of those apps or something that match you up with somebody, you skip the, oh my God, I've been on the phone with you for like 3 hours talking about nothing. Miss whatever movie was on in the background that I started off watching before I got on FaceTime. Or the, let's see how long we can keep this one conversation going that started at 3 p.m. and keep it going for the next 4 days.
Oh, now I'd be blessed if I get a text from Eric while he at work. I mean, EA.
I'd be blessed. All right, I ain't going there. You tried to set me up. I'm cool. Tried it.
Busy bag chasing.
Oh, you sad. Look, you about to cry in the shower.
No, but yeah, there is a lot of fun that comes from meeting somebody, bagging them. Then when you about to give the yams up, because you know you about to give the yams up, it's a lot of fun that goes into that. It's a lot of conversations with the homegirls, and they be like, "Oh, you gotta do this, you gotta do this. Make sure you do this." And then you get there, and it's good. Like it's a lot of things that go into it.
Y'all nasty then,
man.
Girls is nasty. Like I feel like dudes don't talk about it until after the fact. Like how y'all game plan?
Oh, I feel like I already knew I was gonna fuck. I go in knowing I'm a fuck. I don't even care. I just plan for it.
You just playing the fuck every time?
Every time. It don't matter how long I know you. At some point, this is probably gonna happen.
So have you ever gotten caught up with like, oh, so you thought you was gonna get it? Like, you know, like has it ever backfired?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Let's talk about that. Talk about that music.
I mean, she spent the night.
Oh.
And I tried to make it happen.
Not to spend a night.
I tried to make it happen.
She was spending the night.
She spent the night. I tried to make it happen. It did not go down at all. And when I woke up, she was already gone. Already gone.
So you was trying to catch the wake up?
I was trying to get something, but I got no action. And then later I got a message that said, "I'm glad I didn't let you fuck." And I was like, damn, I could. I had it. It was right there. And so I was like,
"Now I'm glad I didn't let you fuck."
Hit me with it. It could have hurt a little bit. It stung a little bit.
That's crazy.
It only hurt my pride because it was like, I ain't one of those nasty niggas. Like, it's a lot of you nasty niggas. This is a disclaimer. There's a lot of you nasty niggas out here that be forcing yourselves and doing the most for girls who don't want to give you pussy. Mm-hmm. But I wasn't one of them niggas, and I feel like that's probably why I didn't. Like, if I'd have probably pressured or, made a couple of the right moves, did some things, it might have happened. But because I'm a gentleman, you can spend a night and I don't have to touch you.
Right.
I mean, and also we understand that no means no.
Right. Facts. And
9 times out of 10, if she was going to give it to you, she would have came on to you. Right. She would know.
So when she told me, I'm glad I didn't let you, I was like, damn, I almost had it. But, shit happens.
I think another fun part about when you first meet somebody is getting to know them. Like, as the layers slowly pull back and you reach a new layer or you learn something new about them and you get to the point where you're like storytelling. And I think that comes from those phone conversations. So I don't know if the new age of people are having phone conversations the way we did because we couldn't text.
Let me tell you,
we didn't really text like that.
I used to brag on my girl. Nigga, everybody knew my girl lived in Philly and she was at an Ivy League school. I used to run around telling that, making sure niggas knew. Niggas up here, I done upgraded.
What the hell's going on?
You cannot talk to me no more.
You gotta let them know.
It smell like broke out there.
Talk to me no more. Boy, this a new season. I got new baddie.
Right.
So you only know this like conversation with somebody early.
But are people doing that? Like how deep are you going into it in the new age of dating?
I feel like it happens, but everybody has this sense of reality that says I lose interest fast.
Why though?
Who knows? Like, what do you like? I feel like it gets to a point where if you do all of these things, like you give your number out to somebody, you follow them back on social media, you even engage in a conversation, that's something that means interest. Don't just say you bored. It's not just because you bored.
Right. I think it goes back into what you said earlier in the episode about attention.
Yeah.
And you're getting so much attention, I was getting a lot of attention being single.
Show it.
And, you're getting so much attention from so many different people. And then when you meet somebody, you have to think, is this person going to be able to give me the same amount of attention that I was getting when I was single?
Right.
Am I still going to have the same amount of fulfillment that I did when I was single? Because don't get me, being single is the fuck fun.
Look,
okay?
lady.
It's a whole lot of not checking in. It's a whole lot of damn, well, let me check with E, see what he say. It's a whole lot of, and I'm not saying it's a bad thing. I do enjoy it. It's not bad checking in. But it's a whole lot of wake up and just do the shit that you want to do without thinking about somebody else. It's fun.
Damn, do you not understand the,
no shit, babe.
The enjoyment of being like, oh, I just woke up at 11:30.
Nobody judging you, dog.
I'm about to go to brunch.
Nobody talking about, today we was supposed to. Today we were supposed to what? Because I had on my plate. I already know what I'm doing.
I was only going to clean my room because I had a little baddie coming over.
Right.
Like, not just because it's Saturday, we need to clean it
Right,
out.
right.
I was only going to clean because something was coming through.
I was only washing them dishes because you asked when they going to get washed. I wasn't planning on washing them.
I wasn't.
It's a whole lot of eating what the fuck you want, like not having to worry about what somebody else going to eat.
Hey, ain't nobody ever understood that a single meal is only $10, but a fucking relationship meal $56.99.
And they want to drink, you clear over 60. A single meal could be a peanut butter and jelly.
And don't let your significant other be a server back in the day.
Oh my God.
A single meal? Oh, because I like to make sure that they get their tip.
Yeah, so
$56.94
or whatever becomes $820.
Yeah, but
like $820.
It's fun being single.
Fucking lady at Denny's used to know my order by phone every night at 2:45 in the morning. Oh, you want the double cheeseburger with the bacon on it? Okay, we'll have it ready in 13 minutes.
Oh, you was living a life.
Oh yeah.
My single life was a whole lot of wine.
She had to run me the fair. She
might be the fair.
And music.
This one grass. Meet me at the grass out back, yeah.
Why was she talking to you like that, though?
Because she knew me. This was a reoccurring. I looked at my Snapchat, and I don't even go in Snapchat. I went in my Snapchat,
I don't know why I thought he was going to say I was looking at my bank statement, and I'm like, why are you going that far back?
Oh, I could though, but I was looking at Snapchat memories the other day. In 2017, after we stopped doing Probably Shouldn't Be Drinking, there is a reoccurring event that happened damn near every other weekend that included drinks, which means I had there's a Snapchat in there where I went to Denny's, got the food, went in my room, ate the French fries, fell asleep at 5:30 in the morning, and woke up at 11 and finished the hamburger. You can't do that in no relationship. They won't even let you eat in the bed no more.
You can't. It was a lot of nights on a Friday when my friends would hit me up at 10 o'clock at night. Yo, we out. You can't do that in no relationship.
You're just lucky to make it to 10 o'clock now.
You can't. Yeah, I'm lucky to make it till 10 a.m. And I'm lucky. I could just say, yo, babe, I'm about to go out with friends. But that's inconsiderate to my relationship. Like, what if the plan was to sit on this couch in our drawers and fall asleep at 11? Like, what if that was the plan? Now I mess it up because I want to go out. So it's a whole lot of...
Is that what they want?
Just selfishness that you get being single, like being able to worry about yourself. Like you are so self-absorbed and able to do the things that you want to do without thinking about somebody else.
But that's how you get to knowing your preferences.
Right.
You don't get that from just signing up to some shit. Signing up for some shit.
I mean,
like it's basically, this show is basically an arranged marriage, like they do overseas. Like instead of having to trade Cal with her daddy, you get a paycheck.
I think the only difference between what they do and what we do currently, because they still have to date and court each other and learn each other because they just met. I think the only difference is that they are connected by a contract. Like you guys are married. So this is something that you know is you don't have the exit strategy. You can't just say, I don't like the way he chew, I'm about to leave.
Fam, imagine that. I think about all the shit. It is for all our coupled married people listeners. Imagine the shit you don't like about your partner, right? But you love them, right? You love them, so you ignore a lot of that shit. Imagine you on TV with a motherfucker you don't know, and all you can say is, "I don't like this about you."
That's all you can say. You can't say, you know what? I'm not hitting him back up. Because there was one couple on there, and bless them, God bless them. But they was not fucking with each other. Like the first day, when somebody asks you what's your favorite color, it's not because they want to know what your favorite color is. It's because you have nothing else to talk about. And that's not a good feeling that you want to have with somebody that you're on a date. We should not be talking about what my favorite color is. Like, let's talk about something deeper. What if you are you taking a 500 mil? Are you taking a 750 or 800 credit score? Like, which one are you taking? Like, let's get deep.
That's not deep. That's shallow as shit.
It's not deep.
And if any woman ask a nigga that on a date,
let's start talking about what time you was born, what date you was born, and where it was at. Let's talk about that.
At that point, you gotta leave.
So, do you think that men look for love? Because I feel like women do a lot of looking. Like women, we openly look for love. We'll post shit like, damn, it's 12 a.m. I'm lonely. But do men do that shit?
Yeah, but them be the corny niggas that don't nobody want. Like, them ain't the ones that'll send you a cash app on a random Friday. Well, they might, because they just want your attention so bad. But you don't want him. You want the nigga that's been curving you for a while. You want the nigga that's got to go back to his baby mama. Right? Like, you hate that he got a baby mama, but you also like him a lot. Like, you don't want the nigga that's at home on a Friday night playing video games and shit. He ain't out here. Like, I feel like women want guys that got a little edge. Like, so you could just be able to take him somewhere.
What did Thug say the other day? He was asking a question.
Oh, that was a very important question.
Okay.
He asked women, would you rather have a real nigga that fuck up, or would you rather have a fuck nigga that don't ever mess up?
So the thing that caught me up was the fuck nigga part. Now, what do you mean by fuck nigga? Because when I think fuck nigga, I think a nigga that's doing a lot of corny shit.
That's the shit we
like
don't
the
like.
Nigga that's on the internet frauding, acting stupid, lying, acting like he got money, acting like he's somebody that he's not. That's what I think when I think fuck nigga.
So would you rather have him who will not fuck up?
Why do I have to pick either of them?
What do you want? It ain't you.
To be single. The fuck? I'm not trying to deal with no fuck boy or a nigga that fuck up.
But this is a question for somebody who don't want to be single, because there's a lot of women who don't want to be single. Mm-hmm. And it's a wild shit. Like, some of the realest niggas ever gonna fuck up every once in a while. You know, he didn't even mean that DM. He just saw her. She was cool. We've been friends for a while. I just DM'd her.
So now I gotta go to jail. So I have to choose between going to jail and going to jail. I mean, because the fuck nigga going to piss me off.
But that's your fault.
What? Everything is not fall back to being somebody's
It's your fault. Like,
is this like, the name of the episode?
Yeah,
that's your fault.
Look at the choices that you choosing.
What?
You just want to go to jail because you want to be that. You want to be that person.
No.
In the name of love, that's the person. Love didn't make you like that.
No, yes it does.
No, it don't.
Yes it does.
No, it don't.
I get really angry when my feelings are hurt. I get really angry, and I'm sure a lot of people can relate. Like, I don't like being played with. I don't like having my heart broken. I don't like looking stupid. So if I'm put in those situations, I don't care if you're a real nigga or a fuck nigga, like, things are going to happen.
Exactly. That's my thing.
To
things
you.
are gonna happen.
To
Like,
you.
don't
No,
have-
they know things are gonna
things
happen.
gonna happen. You gotta pick and choose your battles.
No.
Like, if he brought the bitch to the house in the bed that y'all share, yeah, kill them both. But if you caught him at the McDonald's with the girl, he bought her a fucking Travis Scott meal.
I would rather be with the guy who doesn't fuck up. I don't like the term fuck nigga. I would rather be with the guy who doesn't fuck up. Personally, because I don't have time for that. It's a lot of emotional strain that comes with that. And it takes you to a place where you have to put somebody above your own personal. And I don't like that. I don't like being in that space where it's like, oh, Rez got to come second because I love this man. No, Rez is always going to come first. But don't put me in that situation.
And I also believe that is a thing that happens a lot that people are looking to do.
What?
Like find somebody who is equally yoked as them, but like when you get into a relationship, people think, well, you're supposed to. Like, I always hate them fucking memes when it's like, who comes first? The baby mom, the wife, or the mother? It's like, I'm gonna help whoever I can help. Like, it don't matter. They're all important to me. Like,
I will say that watching Married at First Sight has given me a different viewpoint on that. I think the person you're married to is supposed to come first.
I mean, I feel like the person that comes first is you.
Absolutely. Always.
That's first.
Bottom line.
And so whatever that means in your circumference, like I live with my wife.
Yeah.
So in order to my life at home to be fine, I probably need to take care of the house.
Yeah.
If that means, hey, my daughter comes first, she lives here, I need, like, she's my daughter, like, this is me, a part of me. I made this person. Yes, I need to take care of her. I apologize, house, that this is a priority to me. Then I feel like the rest of that shit just fall into order. Like, it's still my mom. Like, I'm whatever.
I just think that
I don't think there should be a prioritize. I think you should do all that shit.
I think it does. There are times when you have to pick and choose between who you're married to, your family members, your child, which is like, damn, like we married but we have a kid, and I got to put my spouse over that. Like in situations where I seen this on Facebook. I was on Facebook. Facebook is, I'm working on. I say it every episode. I'm working on Facebook.
You're in the streets.
So I'm in the streets right here. That's exactly how it feels. So I seen a post on Facebook, and it was somebody who was married to a man. The man had a baby prior to getting married to her, and the child was having a birthday party. So the mother's child was saying, your wife can't come to this birthday party.
What?
So you can come, but she can't. And he had to make a decision about if he wanted to go to the party without his wife or stay home with his wife. He chose to stay home with his wife. And when I say I'm a comment reader, those comments were in shambles. Like, well, why didn't you go for your daughter's birthday? It's your daughter's birthday. You should have been there. No. I should be making sure that my wife is happy. I can have a birthday party for my daughter here. Okay.
I would have stayed. I would have swung by, said, hey, whatever. And, then left because if I have visitation and she's coming with me, we'll just throw our own birthday party for her. So it's just like an appearance thing. So niggas can't say I wasn't there. So just like I came, I showed up, I said, hey, however, I stayed for now and I left. But I wouldn't go there and spend the entire
But what
day.
about your wife at home?
I mean,
and she's feeling away because they don't have no type of beef.
I mean, she know the vibe. Like they probably do.
Who? The baby mom and the wife?
Yeah. Oh, guess what happened?
What?
Oh man, the other episode we had with me and Lex.
Yeah.
My mom's birthday was last week.
Right.
And my mom and my stepmom conversating in a post that I made about my mom for happy birthday, and my stepmom said thank you for sharing him with me all these years. And my mom said, "You're welcome." And
oh my God!
It was it's a wild moment. Like
that's beautiful.
And so it's like there's a beef there, maybe, but we could probably get past it.
I don't know though. I mean, this is another topic for another day, but I can see why there would be a problem because I mean, realistically, we slept with the same man. Like, you slept with my man.
Which is wild.
At the end of it all, like, you slept with my man.
But that was in the past.
Nah, but you slept with my man. And
the
always
kid is the reminder.
It's always lingering in the back of my mind that you slept with my man.
That's where you was going. I knew that's where you was going. That the reminder is the kid. That's
right.
Foul, bro.
And
that don't have nothing to do with love.
It's just like those situations, like
relationships is hard, bro. So you just wanting to be in that just because you think that's what you want is some wild shit.
And we only touched on like half of it. The talking stage is a phase in its own. A lot of people do not make it past it. One time, I could share this story because he stepped out. One time, I was working at this gym, and there was a guy who really, really liked me. He was attractive. I was attracted to him. But once we started talking, things got a little weird. His first conversation was, yeah, I'm riding my bike home. Your bike? I found a turtle on the ride home. I'm taking the turtle home with me. Like, and then he wouldn't stop texting or calling me.
I mean.
So, like, you go through that 6-7 times.
Is that a wild
It's
time?
weird.
It's a weird
It's
time.
really weird.
Because
why don't you have a car?
Because you met him at the gym.
I'm from Delaware. Why don't you have a car?
But you wrote him.
People in Delaware need a car. Why don't you have a car? He didn't ride his bike to the gym because he wanted to ride his bike. He rode his bike because that was his mode of transportation. It was weird.
All right.
And then he stalked me a little bit.
But the nigga had money, had a gym membership. That
But
ain't cheap.
No, we gave out programs for people who were lower income. So, I mean, just because you have a gym membership doesn't mean that. But just going
Them
through.
shits come out automatically. That's the one bill you question. It should be on auto pay.
No, niggas be weird. It's very hard out
I
here.
tried to shoot him some bail.
He was weird. Okay. Bottom line, he was weird.
Have you ever been weird?
Hell yeah. Hell yeah.
I've been weird.
Tell me about it.
I mean, I just showed up to a job unannounced one time. That was it.
Her job?
Yeah, one time.
Did she were you bringing her lunch?
No, it was like a gift basket, but I didn't technically know where she worked at. I kind of just showed. All right, whatever. We don't have to stay on this long. But.
You know what's so funny? My friend just told me that she was dating a guy, right? And you know how when you're in the talking stage, you don't really know somebody's schedule. So he was hitting her up while she was at work, like, yo, like FaceTime, and she's like, yo, I'm at work, I'm busy. Never text him back. 4 o'clock came, he put the look in eyes. She's like, what? And he emphasized I'm gonna call you back later. And it's just like, okay. And then she didn't call him back, text her again. So you know that chain of communication when somebody's actively not responding and you keep contacting them? She told me that story and I was like, damn, that used to be me. Like, I'm good nigga? For like, where the fuck is you at? Like, but after sex, of course. Like, not we just met. But so yeah, I mean, we've all been weirdos.
Yeah, I fall in love fast.
No, you don't.
If I like you, I fall in
No.
love fast. Fast.
So that's why you have the mindset that love is easy.
Yeah, bro.
It's easy to love somebody.
Bro, driving an hour just to do a flower drop off.
That's sweet.
Surprising, an 8-hour surprise drive. Like, these are the things I was doing. I had $20 and a quarter of a tank and drove an hour just to have lunch.
A quarter? How did you get home?
I filled it up. I overdrafted. You know the vibes. You know that.
That's
they
right.
take that little 5 hold on your account. You fill that bitch up. It's going to come out eventually, but fuck it. It'll be payday by the time it come out.
That's right. I think I don't fall in love easy, but I do understand the struggles of dating. I don't want to go back to that. Like, you have to think about, and this is another reason why I understand why they signed up for the Married at First Sight show, is because at least you know that this is the final destination, or you should be thinking about this as the final destination for the person that you're with. Marriage should be, that's it. Okay? So
imagine you marry a nigga and he play with you.
It happens. It happens. I'm purposely trying not to drop any spoilers, but yeah, it happens.
Imagine you marry a nigga and he don't even think you fine.
Imagine you marry a nigga, he got a baby on the way. Okay, but
imagine he fuck on the first night and be like, you know what, I
ain't really want to fuck.
I don't really like,
but I did it because I thought it was going to take us closer.
Sir, you're not allowed to say this now.
Imagine you watch it back and the nigga father talk about, damn, her body crazy.
Fam. And it's on TV.
On TV.
So you know shit that happened on TV never goes away. Nobody ever forgets that. And it's gonna be like around forever.
Imagine you on the flight back from your honeymoon and he said, yo, go ahead and get on that flight to our new house. I'm gonna make a stop in my hometown and see what's going on before I get there. I'll see you in a couple days. And you move in on your own. Imagine that. I can't.
See?
Personally. But also imagine going through all that shit with somebody and it not working and you back to the streets.
Back to the streets. Fuck niggas show themselves. Fuck people show themselves early.
They do. You got to pay attention to the red flags.
She don't text you back even if you offer to feed her and she don't text back. She got a nigga.
What else is a red flag?
If they only text you at certain periods, like, and it's not very consistent, that's a red flag.
White lies are a red flag.
If they on Instagram Live and you ask where they at and if they don't talk about you specifically or say you specifically, if they ignore the comment that you made, yeah, leave her alone.
Not claiming me is a red flag.
Yeah, leave her alone.
I never met your friends or family. That's a red flag.
Red flag.
Red flag.
Right.
We don't go outside at all. We haven't been on a date. I sit at home with you all the time. Red flag.
FaceTime doesn't even exist. Red flag.
Red flag. I'm blocked on your social media pages, but I ain't do shit to you.
If when you comment, oh, that's a great picture, or the heart eyes, they just say thanks.
Red flag. Red flag. If I don't have the this is expert level. You got to be a pro to get this. If I don't have your phone password, red flag.
If a nigga has ever asked, are we splitting this?
Probably a red flag.
Probably.
Let's go ahead and take a break and come back with our final thoughts to wrap up this conversation. And we're back. So for our final thoughts, I want to real quick just give everybody out there who's looking for somebody, who's listened to this episode and decided that all the shit that you have to go through to find somebody is worth being with somebody. So you can hear from a man's perspective what you should do, and from a woman's perspective from what you should do to be available, to find somebody, to get into that sweet lover's bliss. Meezy, I'll let you start.
Number one, be consistent. Oh, no, that's number two. Number one, be honest. Yeah. If you're not fucking with me, don't even entertain that I've been in your DM for the last 69 weeks. 69 was a wild number to pick.
Why did that come to the top of your head?
It just came out. 69 weeks, and you if you gonna give me some rhythm or not, because I'm gonna keep being in here regardless.
Right. You respond to it. You don't just double tap it. Exactly. So I'm gonna
even
keep going.
When you double tap it, I'm still here.
Right. Like
just tell a nigga nah, this ain't happening.
Right. Let me know you're not feeling me.
Ladies, go for it. You never know what the nigga might be on some shit. Shoot it. Damn, he might be at home lonely and shit too, man. He be like, oh, she is. She cute. We could see something happen. A lot of liking somebody you don't know comes from time you've spent with them. Mm-hmm. Like when you spend time with somebody, you can tell. Like even if we just go to a movie in a park or dinner, drinks. If I'm engaged in a conversation, I might like you a little bit. We might can make some shit shake. But if it's just another one, group events. Let's go ahead and get this out the way. Let's do a group event. Like your friends, my friends, or whatever. We meet in the middle, mutual friends, because we all got mutual friends.
Right,
somehow.
We do.
Some fucking how.
It's also an opportunity to check out his homeboys and see if you're making the right decision.
Hey, I like and check out the homeboys.
Same thing.
Hey, listen.
Vice versa.
Listen, they frown upon you going through the team, but sometimes one of them.
I don't frown upon going through the team.
One of them was probably a better choice for you.
Right. I don't don't think it's wrong.
That was just the one you saw first.
Yeah, it's okay.
Or that was the one you didn't know they was friends first.
I didn't know they was friends.
I didn't know they was friends. They show up in the spot together. I didn't know they was friends.
Right. I think for me, my advice is to have fun. Like, niggas like girls who look like a great time. Like, have fun. Don't give a fuck what the niggas love to shame you and say, oh, she's too much of a party girl, or she always likes to go out and do. Fuck you. He's mad because he wants to bring you down to a level where he can fuck with you. It's weird. It's weird.
Just fuck.
It's weird.
You
but
don't
a lot of niggas will say stuff like that, and it's most times because they want to fuck and they know that you're not on their level. So live your life. Like, have fun, sis. If he's not the one for you, let him know. Don't be that girl who's always ghosting somebody. Send them a message and say, yo, dog, I'm not really feeling you like that. Most times they'll take it, and it's better than actually ghosting them and not letting them know what they did wrong. Give them a little feedback. Let them know, like, you know. And also, don't be too thirsty. I feel like men enjoy a bit of a chase, and even if you are shooting your shot, that's okay. You can still shoot your shot, but not come off too thirsty.
Oh, the big piggyback off that.
Go ahead, piggyback.
Sometimes the chase is just that.
Mm-hmm.
Don't go in with these expectations of this is my man for life.
Mm-hmm.
The chase may sometimes just be what this is.
Mm-hmm.
And this man could be bettering you for the next man.
Right. Absolutely. My advice is to just have fun. Always have fun. Don't overthink it, because that was a big problem of mine.
Live your life. Don't rush it.
Don't try to make shit fit that don't fit.
That double entendre, I love it.
Right.
Double entendre.
Don't try to make shit fit that don't fit.
Don't.
Same thing with the magnums. You know, just hang in there. But also, you know,
Dodge bring back the Magnum. I know I seen the SRT Hellcat, but I didn't know they was bringing back the Magnum.
Right, absolutely.
Oh, I didn't know.
And a final piece of advice is to keep it up. Like, whatever you got going on, don't feel like you need to dumb yourself down to be with a man, make less money, do anything, bring yourself, keep your standards where they are. Don't feel like you have to be somebody different. If you not a thought, don't be a thought. I hate that word.
If you a thought.
If you a thought,
show it to us on your timeline. Don't hide those videos.
Right, keep it out. Don't feel like you need to change yourself
we
to
seen
be with
you
somebody.
in Puerto Rico. We want to see all the videos you took, not just the ones you posted, please.
And
your ass was out. Timeline.
And for them
we
girls,
like to see it.
Yeah. That'll get them. Thirst traps work.
I love it.
Thirst traps work with the thong.
What?
And
y'all in Tulum in that little cabin-esque house, that little beach house with the jacuzzi in there twerking. Show that.
He like to see that,
please.
Mm-hmm. And don't think that you're gonna find somebody sitting in the house being a wife. Don't think that you're gonna find somebody being that girl who is already giving up the wife shit before you get the title.
Hey, Suki Hana is married.
Mm-hmm.
I just want y'all.
She been married this whole time.
I just want y'all to know that.
I just think you have to be yourself. It sounds cliche, but be yourself. Be out there, jump out there. Don't be afraid.
And
to
don't
shoot a DM.
rush this shit, bro.
Right.
That shit ain't important. If you don't ever find nobody, what's the worst thing that's gonna happen?
But shit, worst things, if you don't find nobody, best case scenario, you could pull out your vibrator or meet somebody at a bar and play this.
Hey, they say that Rose going brazy.
The Rose?
The Rose one.
What's that? A vibrator?
Yeah.
Oh, I gotta look that up.
Yeah.
What's going on?
You are now tuned in. WMEZ this week on the Baby Maker. I ain't even pull it up because I got so engulfed in the conversation. But this week on the Baby Maker, we got Faye Allure. Shout out to Faye Allure. This is D.O.D by Jermaine Elliot here on WMEZ.
Textually active.
I like that song. Dick on Demand, D.O.D. That's what we used to call it, D.O.D.
D.O.D?
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
Dick on Demand.
Never heard it.
Me and my homegirls.
Oh.
So, I like that song. I like the entire playlist. I think it's definitely something that you could listen to get ready while the D.O.D. is on the way, or, while the D.O.D. is there.
P.O.D. because how it goes.
Pussy on the man. Okay. So.
Which is, hey. We're gonna do a different episode about this one day, but we need to talk about in-house genitals and how much the decline. All right.
Okay. Okay. Yeah. Definitely got where you're coming from. So I'm going to jump this off. I'm going to start this off with a meme that I found on the internet that actually goes along with this episode. So this goes out to everybody who's out there dating. I just want you to remember, bees don't waste their time explaining to flies that honey is better than shit. Okay. So don't go on the internet, talk about, oh, I can't believe he want a bitch like this. You look like a pick-me. Just do you. You know you honey. You don't gotta explain to these niggas why honey is better than shit. Period. That's it. What you got, Meezy?
I'm gonna go ahead and tell you. Streets is here.
Okay.
Streets is up.
I just got a phone call from the street.
You know the vibes. Steamy check hit.
Right.
Me. Add bacon. Worker. Sir, this a Best Buy.
Trying to let them know your car work. Whatever
Bag.
the price was, I'ma pay it.
Bag. Money bag Joe. Shout out to my guy out here.
Joe got the
blessing
money.
us.
And he said May 1st. I don't know if y'all with it, but he said May 1st. He trying to make sure all adults are eligible for that vaccine. So if you're into it, I say get your shots because they talk about the vaccine come with benefits. Okay,
You know
they
what
say
I'm
you could
talking
hit the streets, you could eat indoor. They say you could get rid of that punk ass mask. They say you could hug your female. I'm trying to be with that. So
No condom, no man.
no condom, no mask. Why I gotta wear a mask, but I don't like wearing condoms? Condoms are so trash. Like, can you imagine? Never mind. I don't even want to wish that on you. Never mind. If you like had to wear a condom again, like how would that like? Ugh, we're not supposed to do that. It sucks.
About 4 years?
Yeah, it's been a
About
minute.
5?
Yeah.
No, I met Jazz at 18.
Okay. Yeah. Been a minute.
About
Yeah,
5 years.
it's been a minute.
And before that was one of those exceptions.
Something about the raw sex. Skin on skin is just immaculate. So, I mean, I want you guys to make sure you're wearing a condom
the
if you're still out here
smell,
dating.
bro.
It is the smell, too. It's the smell. It's the feeling. Like, oh, I don't like. Anyway, thank you all for listening.
Red flag if the man has a condom.
No,
but he
it's not
don't.
a red flag. He's supposed to have a condom. Red flag if he don't. At least let me have the option. Thank you all for listening to another episode of Textually Active. We will be back next week with a new episode. If you like what you see, make sure you subscribe, leave a comment. We comment back. I seen somebody in the comments on our YouTube saying something. I have no idea what the fuck she said. She was like, something, but I'm about to sip this wine. I said, yeah.
Shout out to her.
Shout out to her.
Shout out to her. Comment on this video to let us know you heard
Right.
us say shout out to
And
you.
please let us know what you was trying to say because I really wanted to read it, but I just didn't know what you was trying to say, baby. But we'll be back next week.
You know
Make
the
sure you.
vibes.
I knew the vibes.
You know the vibes.
I had wine when I was reading it. But we'll be back next Tuesday, y'all. Bye.
Thank you for listening to the Textually Active podcast. This podcast is a full-service production from the Open Media Lab. Be sure to check in every Textual Tuesday along with following them on all social media at Textually Active Pod. Textually Active is a part of the Open Media Network.